I was born in Haiti, and the small town that I grew up in, mostly farmers, and a lot of the people didn't know how to read. And but as a young child, oftentimes I was the one reading stuff, right? So the adults couldn't read, I was reading to them. So that gives me the sense that, knowing how to read, having knowledge is like kind of power. So that like drove me to want to be a teacher. And also when I look into schools, there were not that many men of color. So that too helped me. And also having like young boys in the schools, sometimes the boys at home don't have males. So the only place where they see male is in the school, and being there, my role would be to help them, to mentor them.
As African American males, one of the things that we're interested in is doing something to change the representation or lack of representation for males in education.
I'm just excited about the opportunity to find some other young males of color who are ambitious and give them a great nurturing learning experience to become the next leaders, because that's really what it's all about. We have an opportunity in this room to change the face of education, particularly the training of African American and all males of color. And I think we should seize that.
There seems to be a drop-off of males of color in master's and bachelor's programs across the board, not just in this program. So how do we understand that? And in that context, what can we do?
There are some funds that used to exist that just do not exist anymore. So the ability to attract students of color who are going to need those kind of supports isn't there.
Tufts definitely helped me with my overall career.
Teaching collaboration, I know that's something that I thought Tufts did really strongly.
In terms of what are we giving back to our community, having that in mind when developing the curriculum, thinking about how do I then pass that idea and sentiment on to the students so that they are thinking about how can I in turn give back to my community and what responsibility do I have.
To whom much was given, much is expected, and I feel like I was given a lot by the university.
You learn here to teach, but also to want to make a change in education. So it's had a profound impact. It's hard to say enough about how this experience has changed the way that I teach and where I see myself in the world, without a doubt.
It's not just about the 123 kids on your roster, it's about the 500 kids in the whole school that you're affecting.
You come to this master's program because you want to make a difference, because you want to see yourself as an agent, you're changing society, because you see education as a path not just for you, but for everybody that you're going to meet along the classrooms, including the families. So when I had the chance to come in and reconnect and see how everybody else is doing, yeah, I'll definitely show up. I'll be there, no problem.
It wasn't so much that it was kind of a cookie cutter approach to education. It was about me being able to find my teacher voice and me being distinctly myself in front of the classroom. And then also me not being the lone giver of knowledge as the person in front of the classroom, but allowing students to also be deliverers of knowledge, and they can be the center of the classroom as well.
One thing could be just sort of showing people just different ways of figuring out ways to sort of expose people to different models of what teaching and learning can look like. My cohort, we were truly a diverse group. Just the way that the structure of the program was in terms of who was in the program and also how we were taught is really present in the way I teach now. And you can't do that well without having a student body that's representative of the kids that you're going to teach.
My experience was so positive, and I know that the presence of people of color was such a huge part of that.
For me, coming to Tufts was so, I was so willing to do it, is because someone before me had done it. when someone, I knew that even though we weren't in the same class, it was like, I know that I can pick up the phone and be like, I need help.
It's a big jump to say, you know, okay, I'm going to move from California to the East Coast and go to school. What's my support network going to be?
Being able to develop relationships with teachers that understand them and have come from similar backgrounds and have similar experiences or can at least relate to some of those experiences helps you be more successful in terms of helping them achieve what we like to think of as success.
In order to build this and grow, the fast track becomes that relationship where I can pluck somebody from my life.
With relationships, you know exactly what you're going to get. So now as a principal, someone who's hiring people, like, I know the quality. Why? Because I came out of this program too. That's what I want my school to look like. If I could, I would pick everybody. I'd pick up everybody out of this program because I know exactly what I'm going to get. So whenever I have an opening and there's someone who's coming out of this program and it fits with what I'm doing, I'm hiring them.
Chorus, right? We have a strategic opportunity here to make an impact and a difference in a way that has never been seen before, to not just solve a problem acutely specific to the program, but what's happening across the nation in the shortage of teachers, period. To talk to people who have graduated before you, graduated after you, to see the fact that they are educational leaders, that they are making an impact in their local environments, that they are well-spoken, well-dressed, articulate, and I like how Tufts University puts it, professional scholars. They know their praxis. They are, as Steve said in our reflections today, are just wise men who have become everything that the program has attempted to create. And it's just awesome being exposed to the quality of alum that the program has produced.
Something that is not only unique but important here is in danger of being lost. And yeah, I want to work on making sure that it's not.